Mr. Savage W, MMA fan, back with another video. I was kind of excited about this championship fight, and while what I thought would happen was, which was somebody would get their ass kicked, and that ended up being Illima-Lei Mcfarlane, making Juliana Velasquez the new Bellator flyweight champion. Congratulations. But to be honest with you, the fight was kind of fucking lackluster, and I didn't want to make a video of that shit. I said, fuck it, Originally, I planned to make a video. I'm like, nah, I don't want to make a video of this shit. But I may talk more about the actual fight more in the future. But right now, I want to talk about Illima-Lei Mcfarlane's post-fight press conference interview. Shout out to WMMA Addict. Again, shout out to WMMA Addict. I happened to catch his community post on his wall. And he had the whole quote, and I'm like, well, I didn't really bother to fucking listen to the post-fight interview or anything like that. Fight ended, and I'm going to read what Illima-Lei Mcfarlane pretty much said, how she felt about, no longer being the flyweight champion at Bellator. This is kind of interesting here. Man, this is like a first of a lot of things. I don't think I've ever bled like this before, or broken my nose, or been cut open. So yeah, this is cool. Honestly, this is, in a really weird way, this is kind of what I always felt like I needed in my career. You can't just always keep winning and excelling. You have to hit some type of plateau or something. I'm actually really happy that this happened. I'm relieved that this is what it feels like to lose. These are tears of relief. It's hard being a champion. It's hard doing it for so long. So I'm really grateful for this experience and this moment. Sometimes I think as a champion, you don't get that luxury of choosing your fights, or I don't know, taking really crazy fights. I always wanted to be that fighter that takes a fight on 2 weeks' notice, I guess you almost really do have more freedom when you're not at the top. I'm excited for this next chapter. I was joking with my corner like, yay, this means I don't have to train for 5 rounds anymore in camp. I can have a 3-round camp. Then I was like, oh well, there might be a rematch, or maybe we'll get a tournament, so I guess I'll still have to train for 5 rounds. Yeah, it just seems like there's a little bit more flexibility when you're not the champ. Illima-Lei Mcfarlane. And the first fucking thought I had was, what in the fuck is this? As somebody who clearly isn't a Illima-Lei Mcfarlane fan, I'm not a fan of hers, okay? I was never on her hype train. I never was a big supporter. I did my research, I watched the fights, Really, it was the whole Valentina comparison thing that got me interested. But the bottom line is, I don't know why she would say anything like this. This is wow. And to clarify something, where she's like, these are tears of relief. It's hard being a champion. Yep. And when she was saying all that, she did get emotional, and she did show some actual sadness for losing the title. But I'm like, to me, this is just me speaking. I'm not talking about her as an individual person out there in the world, but in terms as a professional fighter. I just think this was terrible to say some shit like this. Like, it just makes you look like you lost this fight before you even stepped into the fucking octagon. This is insane. Illima-Lei Mcfarlane, what the fuck are you doing? Like, there's something to be said for vulnerability. And I know this is not the first time this has happened. There's been other fighters, there's been great fighters that have said things like this about being relieved after a loss and this. But it wasn't just that she said it. I just can't think of a time. I could be wrong, but that she just lingered so bad. It looked so bad. It looked even a little pathetic. Like, you're relieved? What, you want to go on a losing streak now? What the hell are you talking about, girl? I mean, it just felt like madness reading this and then actually listening to it. Oh my God. I guess I'd include that clip too. But listen. That whole thing about, 3 rounds versus 5 rounds. Dedication, damn it. Fucking discipline. This is why I can't compare somebody like this to Valentina Shevchenko. That's all I'm going to say about the whole Shevchenko comparison right now. But that's why I can't compare her to somebody like that. Because you're talking about a camp versus calling out for a rematch. Even if you don't fucking deserve it, I still would have gave you your props for calling out for a fucking rematch. But you want to talk about a camp. It's like your heart got snatched from you before this fight even happened. This is terrible. This is terrible. I can't believe it. I can't believe this fighter who defended the belt 4 times said this. And just, if I'm Scott Coker, I'm not giving you a fucking rematch. I'm not doing anything for you anymore. You just shitted on the company and shit on yourself at the same time. She don't even fucking realize what the fuck she just did. This shit is fucking terrible, okay? I can barely process this shit. I had more stuff that I wanted to say, but I can't really say much more other than this. I hope she's all right and all that as a person, but you know what? If she never get a motherfucking title shot after this. You know, they say speak truth to power. Well, if she never gets another motherfucking title shot, she spoke that shit in existence. You know? Mind over matter, baby. Mind over motherfucking matter. This is terrible. This is savage. W. MMA fan. I'm out.